What's going on, guys? Greg here today, bringing you guys a Call of Duty Modern Warfare gameplay commentary. Which you guys are watching in the background is a Domination 10 versus 10 on the map Crash, and what I'm going to be using here is the AMAX. This was also a while back because, like I said, all these gameplays I still have are old. I have no new footage, and I will not be getting any new footage simply because I don't play Modern Warfare anymore. But with that being said, I wanted to just go over this gameplay today because this gameplay here actually shows off power positions really well and how you can play them and hold them and really just gain map control. So here's the thing, right? With the skill matching in Modern Warfare, I used to find that playing more defensive is the most rewarding way to play this game because people generally have much better reaction times the higher in MMR you are. And the thing about people having better reaction times is with this game, the time to kill is super fast, and as you guys know, probably this late into the game's life cycle, Modern Warfare has a more campy nature, and that's just because of the super fast time to kill, the skill matching, and yeah. So anyways, right here, this building right here I'm in, which is known as the pharmacy, I like to call it broken. That's what I always used to refer to as, because simply the building is just broken. You can call it whatever you want. As you can see right there below the compass, it says pharmacy, and that is where we're going to be setting up shop. Now basically what I do in this area is I like to have a claymore to watch one of my ways, and this is going to be this doorway, which people are going to be coming from A, and basically I'm holding down this position so the enemies cannot get to B, and the reason I am doing that is simply because whenever you are holding it down in a way that the enemies are not going to be able to get the B flag, that means you're going to have more map control, which is in return going to help your team win the game. As well, as you guys can see, I'm getting my kill streaks because I am playing a little bit smarter, more defensive, and stuff like that. Once I usually get my advanced UAV, and this is how it always be back in older Call of Duty games, especially like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, is I would play a lot more defensive until I got my Blackbird, Orbital VSAT, or Advanced UAV in Modern Warfare's case. And the reason I do this is simply because I like to really try to focus on getting streaks to help out my team, and you guys will see that that was exactly what we were doing in this gameplay. Now, I do not believe I get a tactical nuke in this gameplay. I do not remember getting one, so we'll see if that happens or whatnot. I'm pretty sure I die on this streak, but as you guys can see right here, they end up getting B. Even with the Advanced UAV, it seemed like it wasn't really all that useful from keeping them from getting B, and the main reason I'm going to blame that on is myself, because I was not holding down broken anymore, and I started spawning that back alley. As you guys can see, the little safe space that was added on this version of Crash compared to like COD 4, there's like that extra alleyway that people can sit on. It's really just to counter the head glitch that's over at the 3-story restaurant building. And right here, I was able to perfectly time my shot, get the kill through the wall, but I end up getting blown up by my own munitions box by a Semtex or something that was tossed at the ground. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call up my chopper gunner, and this is going to try to help us regain some of that map control and hopefully capture, well, B flag was already captured. So basically, it's just to reinforce that, hold it down, and make sure the enemies are not going to be able to get that. And basically, that's the importance of running something like a chopper gunner or just any sort of kill streaks, and that's why personally I like to try to get that. Now, something I want to talk about here on this map in particular is Crash is a smaller map, and in game modes like 10 versus 10 and 6 versus 6, the power, mostly in 10 versus 10, the power positions are going to be much stronger than they will be in 6 versus 6, and the reason being is because there's more players, they're going to funnel a lot more compared to what would happen in 6 versus 6. 4 extra players on each team is huge, so I just wanted to point that out, and that is something you guys will have to be aware of whenever you're playing a 10v10 match compared to a 6v6. So anyways, right here we're going back to the pharmacy, placing that claymore right there in front of this doorway, which people will generally tend to come through. The only other way they can come out of here is to come down to the mid street, or they'll have to go ahead and jump over the AC vent that is in that little safe space right here, which I peek. As you guys can see, I usually peek that because it is a spawn point. There was an enemy in there, or a teammate in there, I should say, and the teammate ended up getting killed, so now I know that there's going to be enemies back there. So again, using the munitions box as well as restock to make sure I have a good supply of claymores in order to keep this position held down in the best way possible. So that's why I keep doing that. If the enemies are decent and they are getting a lot of UAVs on you, then you're going to want to definitely go ahead and make sure you have ghost on and stuff like that, because even though enemies are going to know where you're at whenever you are playing like this, and people are going to be coming back because they want to try to kill you out of the position, the thing is basically, if you don't have ghost on, they're going to know your exact location in that building. And one of the things is you can kind of switch out which area of the building you are sitting at, and people will come back. They'll try to look in the old spot, and then basically you're in a different spot and you kill them. So that's one of the tips I can give you guys for that whenever you're trying to hold down power positions. And I think that is one of the more effective ways of holding down a power position, is basically to just keep switching up your spots. And if you know that there's not a lot of people going to that power position anymore, it still is beneficial to hold it down. So I would just leave some claymores or some proximity mines behind, so that way they can take your enemies from surprise, or even let you know that enemies are going to your old power position. But you don't have to stay there. You can move, obviously, to another one. This guy was tack inserting up here. I heard his tack insert, so I waited to get another kill on him. I don't believe I'd die anymore for the rest of the gameplay, so basically it's just going to be another long kill streak coming up here. And basically, yeah. So right here, I'm up top at 3-story, and what I'm doing here is, this is another great power position, because what you can do here at 3-story is you can look down across here where they're going to be running out to mid-street, if that's going to be one of the ways they're going to try to retake the B flag. Also, you can look into a lot of the windows at Broken, so that way you can see if they're going to try to push out through Broken or even the AC vent. So basically everything here is covered, and that is why this is a very strong power position. Now, one thing I will make mention of is you do not have aim assist when you're sitting up top of here, because in Modern Warfare you do not have aim assist whenever you are looking through small cracks and crevices, and for whatever reason the fence counts as that, even though it's not really a fence. Like, you can just shoot right through it. It's just kind of there to be there, I guess. But yeah, so basically you don't have aim assist when you're sitting up here. So is it that strong of a power position? I would actually argue that the second floor is even a better power position, because you have a little bit more cover, and you can kind of look through a window down there, and there's some other things too you could do. So just keep that in mind, that this building, while it is very strong and it's a very good way to keep people from getting into the middle of the map, and it's a great way to defend the B flag, one of the things you do have to be careful of is that no aim assist whenever you are all the way up top here. So anyways, ammo box is always just something that's really helpful, especially whenever you are fortifying power positions for your team and trying to gain map control as well as maintain map control. So I would definitely recommend using the ammo box, so that way you never run out of ammo, especially because scavenger bags seem to be bugged in this game from what I remember. Whenever basically you would get a scavenger bag, or if you would kill an enemy, the scavenger bag sometimes wouldn't drop, or it would like fly away from the enemy's body, so then you'd have to go and play around trying to get that bag, and sometimes that could actually cause your death. So I personally like to run the munitions box over that, and I honestly think it's much better anyways, because you can run something like EOD or Kill Chain or Cold-Blooded, or whatever you're trying to use is your first perk. You can do that as well. So it opens up more opportunities. Dead Silence, while it is a useful field upgrade, it's not like the it's not really needed 100% of the time, especially in something like 10v10 here, where we're on a smaller map where you can generally predict where your enemies are going to be, and that is generally like how I play the game. So yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have for this commentary today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if any of these tips helped you guys out. It's just really, the power positions here on Crash are just super important, especially for smaller maps. Generally, you can just post up and control the map, and you will find a lot more success in winning the game as well as earning higher scores. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.